you think back now, because obviously you've explained the journey to me and everything now, and you look at, young people that are kind of like in the modern day where you were back when you were their age, what do you think can be done at the moment to sort of like resolve like the gang crime, knife violence, gun violence? So, because it's no joke at the moment what's going on. Like our young people are dying at a rapid rate and everything. But for someone who's lived the life and you've kind of like lived to come out the other side, what do you think from now? Someone looking back thinks that where are the pitfalls and what's going wrong at this point in time, and how do you feel we can kind of get to a point whereby it is resolved, or do you feel too much has happened now, or what do you think?
Nah, all things are possible through the Most High. Yeah. Through with my perspective of what I got, my understanding, I know all things are possible, innit? So there's things that can be done to help. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of it's gonna revolve around praying as well. Praying is a weapon, is the main weapon. Me as a Christian saying it now, I know, because I have to use it when I get angry. Do you know what I'm saying? I have to use it even when I get angry. I have to channel it in prayer, do you know what I'm saying? Rather than channel it with me saying, what? I wish this and I wish that and what I do this, and do you know what I'm saying? Channel it in the right direction. So anything's possible for the Most High. I think, obviously, we just got to kind of, me personally, as a man of God now, I've got to, share my experiences, share what the Lord has done for me, share what I'm learning, how to be a man, any of the youths that I see, show them, of how to be a man, because half of them have not got the guidance. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't even know how to be a man, so they're looking at these music videos, this, that, and they're burning the identity from all these stuff in it. Show them that they can be somebody, that they can make it, that they can, they don't have to be this kind of guy, they don't have to be, that kind of guy that looks like they're making loads of dough and, trapping on the roads and all that nonsense, do you know what I'm saying? Because really and truly anyway, it's going to end up getting you in the jailhouse anyway. And half of the guys anyway that are in these gangs and all that stuff, when they do get in the pen, bro, they can't even scrap. There's no point in living that lifestyle if you can't live it to the full extreme. Anybody can pull a gun out, blast a gun. Anybody can get a blade out. Anybody can rush guys with 10 man. But when you're in that jailhouse on your Jack Jones, and you got guys wanting to put it on you, are you going to be able to scrap it? Are you going to be able to hold your own? Do you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that lifestyle that these guys are living, it's about people also revealing stuff like that to them and showing them that, look, you can be on these music videos with 10 man, 30 man, trapping this, trapping that. But when you're in the cell on your own now, and you got some drama in the prison, what are you gonna do then? You ain't got no gun, You might be able to get a little bit of a blade, But even still, then it doesn't mean to say that you're gonna be able to. You're gonna end up on the top. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's about revealing to these guys all these things, showing them, showing them the worth as well, innit? Showing them, letting them know also that they don't need to keep going deeper into sin. You know what I'm saying? They can be forgiven for the sin, because half of the guys that are out there will keep doing what they're doing because they think, well, I've gone that far, so I might as well take it all the way. That's how my head was. You know what? If I've done all that, I might as well just keep going then. But you don't need to keep going. They can just stop it in the tracks, and they can make their life better, and they can use also what was meant for bad. In the Bible it says what was meant for, what the devil meant for bad, God will use for good. And also that is truth. What the bad that's happened in their life, they can use it for good. They can be a stepping stone for the other use. They can do stuff. They can use that as an example to people, to show them why they shouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think the youth need guidance in it. Need more mentor rates, stand up, and give the youth time of day. Go out the way, not just think about your own kids or your nieces or your nephews. Think about the youth in the community, because at the end of the day, it's going to affect your kids anyway, because your kids are going to grow up around it anyway. So I think it's more about young men that have been through some stuff, older men, whatever it is, raising up, getting up, seeking the knowledge of how to deal with things. Half of the men themselves, they need the knowledge themselves of how to cope and deal with things themselves. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it's important for men to seek the knowledge and do it not in their own way. I'm a believer of not doing it in my own way, but I like to do it in the way that the Lord shows me, because in His way, when you get the knowledge from Him, it's victorious. I've done it in my way before. You know what I'm saying? And it worked victorious. I ended up changing from that direction and now doing it into His way. But His way works. Do you know what I'm saying? With battles, with everything, it works. So it's all about men just stepping up. I think if men step up and women step up for the women, for the young girls, because as much as the young guys have got issues, these young girls have got issues too. They need sorted out as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's about people just stepping up and doing things in the way, in a righteous way, not in the way of what they think is right. Yeah, I think this is right and I think this is right. No, do it in the way of what the Most High says, because that's what's changed me. To be fair, if I was doing it in a way of just any man's way, I wouldn't be the person I am now. I'll tell you the truth. It's through me doing it in the way that the Lord's telling me to do it, through His word, through His Spirit, That's where the transformations took place in my life, to transition and turn me around. So there's power in that. You know what I'm saying? There's power in that. There's not power in a man just telling me to do it in his way, of his own understanding. There's no power in that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's his own understanding. And I can't vouch for a man's understanding, but when that man's giving me an understanding based from a biblical term and context, then I know there's power in that. Do you know what I'm saying? I know there's power in that, along with praying and doing. So me personally, it's about finding yourself in Christ. It starts with yourself. Got to find yourself, find your purpose, find your gifts, find your strengths. Learn about the Most High, see how He tells you to do it, and then going out there and applying it into the community with the youth in your way, and then teaming up with people also that have got different strengths, and different skills and different whatnot, to combine together and use it all together as teamwork. But I think I don't even think I know it can make a difference in a community. It can do it. And I say it by faith, and also I say it because I believe it, and I say it because I know the power of the Most High in it. All it is there's a battle at the minute with good and bad, but good and evil. Do you know what I'm saying? But we just gotta fight the battle, bro. Fight the battle. We're not gonna win all the battles, but we can fight the battles that God puts before us to fight. You get me?
How does that kind of like transcend into you and fatherhood now? So obviously, like you said, you're a dad and everything now. How do you kind of like ensure that your own children kind of like stay on the right path, and then you're kind of like not worried about them leading the life that you did previously? How hard has it been for you to sort of like do that?
It's you know what, right now for me as well, it's leading by example. So obviously the way I used to lead my children before, my sons especially, well, my eldest son, was to be this kind of like, it was kind of what I knew, kind of what I knew, a stereotyping kind of black guy from the zones. I was kind of bringing him up in that way, to dress a certain way, to hold himself in a certain way, to talk in a certain way, and all that, all that stuff, which is my slang, do you know what I'm saying to you? But I was kind of pointing him in that direction. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas now, what he's seen from his dad, he's seen his dad in a total different light. So he's learning that now. Also, he's a big one for my son is I'm married to his mum. So I've led by example that look, son, you get married and you settle down and you know, and then also it goes on from there because it goes on to how I treat his mum now. So the way he sees me treat his mum and stuff like that, yeah, it's all about leading by example, showing him how to be a man. Do you know what I'm saying? But first of all, you have to find out how to be a man yourself. So you got to find yourself, you know, and you got to find yourself, obviously, your unique way of doing it, but also it has to come in line with the Bible. That's where the power is. Do you know what I'm saying? For me personally, because, but to be fair with you, yeah, my children beforehand, I've always provided. They used to get everything. As a matter of fact, my children used to get what they can't get now, but then they get what they couldn't get then.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I used to give them all the material things. They used to get it like before the time. Do you know what I'm saying? Laptops at the age of 4. What you buy a 4-year-old a laptop for? Brand new laptop. Just things like that, because that was my perspective of being a man, providing, yeah, giving them stuff that I couldn't get, this, that. Whereas now it's like showing them life, moralistic morals, this, that, you know, showing my son how to be a man, you know, how it's different, do you know what I'm saying? So it's more about, for me personally, it's about showing them the way, do you know what I'm saying? Showing them the way. And a lot of it's leading by example, to be fair.
Do you know in the job that you do now then?
Yeah.
Tell me about how, the lifestyle that you used to live before kind of like contributes towards the work that you do with young people now.
But a lot of the time, the youth that I work with, they come from broken backgrounds and that. Come from broken backgrounds. Half of them are trying to be gangsters themselves through these music videos and Instagram and Snapchat and all that. It's all social media malarkey, do you know what I'm saying? And they're all trying to be this person, you know. They're all trying to make this money and have the nice cars, and you know, they want jewelry and clothes, you know. And I'm there in this environment now, just showing them that look, that way doesn't necessarily get you anywhere, do you know what I'm saying? Because I went that way and I ended up giving it all away in the end, because it don't make you happy. You know, it actually don't make you happy. There's other ways that you can go about making yourself happy, you know, because half of them come from broken families of high risk of CSE, child sexual exploitation. You know, they've had some horrible stuff, unfortunate stuff happen to them and whatnot. So it's about me just showing them, you know, they're showing them that look, even though you've had things happen to you and you've gone down this path and you've done that, it's not too late to turn it around. You can turn it around, do you know what I'm saying? You can turn it for good, really. And they see my life as an example, do you know what I'm saying? Because they look at me and they're like, and also as well, they can still be themselves. You know, they still can be themselves, do you know what I'm saying? They don't have to, like, I'm still me. When I go on the roads and I see guys, I'm still me, I'm still Jay. You know what I'm saying? But I follow the Most High in it. But I'm still me. People recognize me. It's not like, oh yeah, I'm getting about in, getting about some total different guy where people can't recognize me. They recognize me. You know, I'm still myself.
With you being a Christian and everything now then, and I know you mentioned earlier on about, you know, your mum and dragging you to church as a younger and everything like that. What's her whole take on things now that you've kind of like transformed your life and you're a Christian, you're born again and everything now?
My mum's buzzing. My mum's happy. My mum's at peace in it. She's at peace to know that I'm cool. Do you know what I'm saying? She don't have to worry about me. She don't have to think like, oh, is everything gonna be cool with him and all that. So she's buzzing. she's buzzing. My mum also says that I encourage her. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's a blessing as well. She's happy. She's happy, bro. She's happy. She's always encouraging me as well. When she sees me, she encourages me. And I know she's overwhelmed, bro, and she's amazed in it, because I know some of her prayers. Well, not even some, I know her prayers have been answered. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? The prayers, and the times when she's been worried and anxious and fear and probably even upset. Do you know what I'm saying? She can now say, yeah, man, the Lord's answered the prayers, in it. It took some time, but it's happened. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? So my mum's, she's buzzing. She's buzzing.
Okay,
Yeah.
wicked, bro. And lastly, if you had to do it, or you could do it all again, bro, is there anything you do differently in your life this time?
If I had to do it different or again, yeah, I'd do many things different. To be fair, I'd do. I'd probably try more harder in certain areas like my education and stuff like that. Because now, with me working and so forth, I'm having to build myself up. But if I would have done certain things as a youngin, yeah, I could have been made right now in a legal way. Do you know what I'm saying? I've come across people that are millionaires and so forth, and they've started from the bottom, but they've done it from young. Do you know what I'm saying? And they've worked their way up legally. They didn't mess about, didn't waste no time. I wasted time, really. Do you know what I'm saying? But on the other side of it as well, on the flip side of it, I've got the experience to share with other people as well, so they don't make that mistake. So I would have changed a few things. Do you know what I'm saying? Changed a few things, but at the same time, I give thanks to the Lord that I've got certain things that I can share with people. Certain experiences, like my workplace, I'm affected because of certain things that I've been through. The experiences that I've been through. So on the other side of it, it's a blessing. It's a blessing that I've turned it around. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a blessing, man.
Wicked. Jay, again, man, thanks a lot for taking the time out. It's been amazing chatting to you.
Yeah.
And wish you all the best for the future moving forward, man.
Yeah, man. Bless, brother. Bless.